Homegrown Radio.
It is a super stunning day. It is a lovely day. Everybody is happy. Everybody is feeling okay. This is power of positivity. We say a positive mindset creates a positive life. Today, I'm joined by Miss Stephanie Pike. Hey everybody, my name is Tumelokoba aka TAJ. Miss Stephanie, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Welcome to Power of Positivity.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Every time when I see you, like I feel positivity. Like I don't know why, because I remember when you were talking virtually on Instagram, I said to you, laugh, then you laughed. Then I was like this, like, okay, she laughed, but I kept on questioning myself, is she okay? Because I've just told her to laugh, then she laughed. That is amazing. According to you, the thing that you do in life, number one, you're a brain practitioner.
Yes.
Then you do also sports, like you do a lot of things.
Yes, I
and
do.
like okay, can I ask you this before we go even further? Why out of all scriptures, because Bible is huge, you love Habakkuk 2 verse 2?
Okay, wow, you've done your research.
Thank you very much.
I wasn't expecting that. Habakkuk 2 verse 2 is a scripture in the Bible that talks about writing your vision down.
Yes.
And running with it. And so what spoke to me the most is that the Bible says, write the vision down, run with it, and in due time, you will see the results.
That is amazing.
That's the basic interpretation that I can say. And so it didn't say that Stephanie must write the vision down or Choco must write the vision down. It was speaking to everybody, meaning that everybody is born with a gift, everybody's born with a purpose, everybody's born with a vision. And if you write it down and you pray about it and you run with it, at some point it's going to work out.
That is amazing.
And so I felt like that scripture doesn't only speak to me, it speaks about everyone and anyone, because we are all born with a gift, we're all born with a talent, and we're all born with something that can impact the world. It's just the choice is now just up to us.
Yeah, those words are said by Miss Stephanie, saying everybody is born with a gift. Everybody is born with something. So another thing that we need to know, that everybody has something to give and has something to offer here on earth. So everybody said that everybody was born carrying something to give to someone else. So but in Zulu, umuntu ngabantu. So we are, like, I don't know how to say it in English, but like it's to help one another as human beings, to be there for each other. And that is positive. This is power of positivity. So today, let us go to the topic. Then we are talking about forgiveness. Because I myself, there are people right now. I remember when I was growing up. There are people who hurt my mom. There are people who try to sabotage my mom. People who try to destroy my mom. So every time when I speak about forgiveness, it takes me back to the days where I saw my mom being traumatized, my mom being, like, every single day my mom was going through pain because of somebody. So even now, like, it is hard for me to forgive. So before we go any further, what is the definition of forgiveness according to your perspective?
Okay, so my personal opinion of forgiveness is releasing someone. Or releasing something. And so it may be an event, it may be a person, but forgiveness is release, like letting go. Letting go of something. And I always say to people that forgiveness is not only letting go of the person that has harmed you, but it's actually letting go of whatever is causing you not to forgive. Because when you are in that mode of not forgiving, of unforgiveness, it's actually more, the person is living their life.
True.
They are enjoying whatever they're doing in life, and you have this grudge against a person. And so the bitterness and the anger is actually on the inside of you more than the person. And so when I say release, when I say letting go, it's letting go of not only what the person has done to you, but letting go of the grudge, the bitterness that is inside of you. Because bitterness is like, you can almost feel it. And so it's like something that is literally on you. And so when I say, when we're speaking about forgiveness, it's release of something that is holding you.
That is amazing.
And so That's my personal definition
perspective and,
of forgiveness, release.
Because they say it is hard to forgive. Yes, it is easy to say you must forgive, but it is hard to do that. And at the same time, there is another procedure that you need to take after forgiving someone. They say you have to forgive and forget. But it seems like people, they do forgive, but they don't forget. So how about this part of forgetting?
Okay, so I'm a human being. Forgetting is not as easy as just the forgiveness part. But what you can do is forget the bitterness, forget the grudge. When we speak about forgiveness, we're not saying that. Let's say, for example, go back into a relationship with the person, if it was a relationship, for example, or if it's the people that you said hurt your mom. It's not necessarily saying that I'm going to form a relationship with them once again, but forgetting the act that they did. And trying to see that person in a different light, or trying to see that situation in a different light altogether. And so, like I said previously, it's release. And so you may not forget the incident. A person can be in an accident today, and they can, it's something that's difficult to forget. But for trying to forget what it did to you is important. You are aware that there was an accident. And so separating the person from the problem is also a very important thing. So in everyday life, people hurt us, people do things that we don't like. And so sometimes you have to separate the person from the problem. And I know that is very, very difficult.
It's hard to do that.
It's tough. But when you learn to put your mindset like that and say, okay, this person has hurt me. This person has harmed me. The problem is that they hurt you. And so in doing that, you try to separate the person from the problem, because if you mix the two, it will then harbor bitterness again, anger and frustration. And so trying to forget, yes, it's very difficult.
It's difficult.
But trying to forget the actual act and how it made you feel at that time is what's important.
Yes, because I have realized something about forgiving someone and forgetting. Because right now we live in the days where people are sad every single day. And now we are trying to preach positivity to them. And I've just discovered that one of the fundamental things that they are not following is that they are not forgiving. They are offenders. Because always there's going to be an offender and a victim. So now most of the time it seems like we give power to the offenders to us when we don't forgive them. Earlier on, you have just mentioned that when you forgive someone, you are releasing that person.
And yourself.
So, and like now I've just realized that you also do counseling. You counsel people. So now we live in the days where in South Africa we live in where we see a lot of people going through gender-based violence. People are getting hurt every day. We lose children and women every single day. Like, why, guys? These things are happening in our country. And now it is going to be hard for you as a counselor to tell that person to forgive, because number one, that person has lost a sister, has lost a child. So how can you deal with someone who has been deeply hurt like that?
Sure. What I'm about to say, a lot of women are not going to be happy with me, but usually when you find that a man is an offender, when you find that someone has hurt a woman, it's because society has made men to not be able to speak about their problems, and they are shunned from opening up about what they're going through, and they have to be strong and they have to be providers. And so men deal with a lot of stuff and they internalize a lot. And so women are always like, no, there's gender-based violence, and we understand that. I am against gender-based violence. I am a victim of gender-based violence myself, but I had to dig into the problem and say, why is this person harming me? What kind of upbringing did they have? Boys have a really tough upbringing where they're told to be tough. They're told to be, so someone could have been harmed when they were young, and they have harbored bitterness for the longest time. And so the only thing they know is to harm, is to hurt. And so that's why I always say, guys, learn to separate the person from the problem. But not everybody is patient enough. I'm a counselor to find what is the root cause that's causing this guy to beat women
Yes.
up or to causing people to harm children. Maybe when they were young, they were harmed themselves, and that's all they know. And so I know the women are probably listening and looking at me like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, she's not a feminist. I'm not a feminist. I do support men a lot.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is usually there's a root cause of the problem, and it all goes back to unforgiveness as well.
Yes.
Because people are growing up with bitterness, with anger from things that happened in the past. You may have been told something by a teacher, by a parent, by a cousin who's doing way better than you.
Yes.
And so you've always felt inferior, and to feel like you're higher or greater than someone else, instead you harm and you feel disrespected when anyone says something which triggers you.
Yes.
And so that all goes back to unforgiveness. And so that's why I'm saying that forgiveness is release.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when I'm helping people, I always try to find out what is the root cause, because a lot of adults right now, our biggest issues are not from adulthood, it's from childhood.
True. That is amazing. Like if like you're at church, I'll just say keep on preaching, but this is not a church. Yeah, that is amazing. That is amazing. So basically, right now, let us go to the ad break. Let us give our listeners a song that is gonna change their you see, because this power of positivity, are here to motivate and entertain them. So this is power of positivity. Can you please feel the power? And remember to always forgive and forget. Yes, it is not easy to forget, but try. We always try. We live to try and do our best.
Homegrown Radio.
Welcome back to the super amazing show. This is Power of Positivity with the boy TAJ. Everybody is happy. Everybody is feeling okay. We say a positive mindset. Remember, always create a positive life. Today, again, my guest like is full of knowledge, full of wisdom, full of insights. Her name is Stephanie Pike. Like every time I will always say your name wrong. Say Pikes.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, we are still talking about forgiveness.
Yes.
How forgiveness can contribute towards your lifestyle, towards your positivity life. Because we know, like sometimes in our lives when we don't forgive other people, that can also disturb our daily routine. Because now, okay, there's someone I hate. That is why I behave like this.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
And like another thing that I want to know from you, for someone else right now, because another thing that I've learned about that you're an educator.
Yes.
You're the sports person, and we do sports.
Yes,
so
yes.
in a workplace or in a team space where like you see people working together, there's always gonna be disagreements, something like that. So how can you deal with those people if maybe they disagree and you see a lot of fights? As a counselor, as an educator, how can you deal with those people?
So in terms of dealing with people, I'll take you guys to my brain profession. So in any institute, in any organization, in any relationship, people have two different thinking preferences. Some people are left brain thinkers.
Some people are right brain thinkers. So right now in this room, there's left brain thinkers, there's right brain thinkers. And so left brain people have a certain behavior. Right brain people have a certain behavior. I won't go into detail, but so sometimes we differ because of thinking preference and not necessarily because of maybe it's usually thinking preference that causes people to differ. Someone is left brain, someone is right brain. But in a setting where people are together and they have to work as a team and they've had disagreements, the first thing I'll ask is, what is the vision for you guys being in a team? So, for example, if two soccer players are playing for the same team, and they are not in agreement, what is the vision at the end of the day? For what is the main goal for them to be there? To win, to get a cup or whatever it is as a team. And so, if people could learn to train their minds to focus on the vision and to just learn to forgive each other, even though it's very difficult. I mean, you can imagine someone speaking wrongly about someone else's wife. That's something that's very difficult to forgive. But then it takes a mature person to see that this is trying to shift me from the vision. And so that's also a very big way of getting distracted in life. For unforgiveness can really distract you in life because it shifts you from moving forward. It shifts you from progressing. And so you are focusing on what was instead of focusing on what is or what can become. And so what I would advise people is to say, let's look ahead. And in looking ahead, yes, there's some wounds that have been made. There's some things that have been said that, are very painful. But then how do we shift our mindsets from focusing on that is releasing. But if a person, I'm sure people are wondering and saying, okay, what if the person keeps doing it over and over again? It's now up to you to say, no, this person is trying to bring me down. And I'm going to be mature enough not to allow this person to shift me from the goal, to shift me from the vision and the mission of whatever it is for my life, for my team, for my organization.
That is amazing. Like, you've just mentioned something that is true, profound. Like, it's something that is profound, is that if you don't forgive other people, you are blocking your own ways to move forward. So in other words, without forgiving, you will never move forward.
No.
So we need to do a hashtag. Without forgiving, there is no way.
Because it's almost like a tangible thing that keeps pulling you back. It keeps pulling you back. And so you have to learn to say, look, I'm not going to let this thing get to me. In as much as it's difficult, that's why we're here. We're trying to impact a positive mindset.
So, and now you're also an entrepreneur. Basically, I don't consider you as I consider you as a freelance. Like, what you do is freelancing. You do a lot of things, multitasking. Like, you do a lot of things, and that is amazing. That keeps you positive because now you're not focusing on the negative things that are happening around the world. You're always busy with kids. You're always busy with people who are playing soccer or whatever. But you're dealing with sports. Like, you're doing it with a lot of things that are happening.
Always trust me. It's not exactly how it looks. I do have moments of depression. I do have moments when I'm dealing with people with suicide, and I take on their problems. Yeah.
Speaking about that, like a lot of people will say, people who speak about positivity, like me and you. True, yes, me and you, we speak about positivity.
Yeah.
They will love to say we don't go through situations.
No.
They say like, like we are always happy, everything is nice. Guys, we are going through a lot too.
That's not always the case, yeah.
And at the same time, there are people out there, and there are a lot of people who are mocking our names, trying to
tarnish our image.
Guys, you see, like people who are trying to stop what we are carrying. Because as far as I'm concerned, that both of us right now and everybody in this room, as like you have said earlier on, that we are all carrying something. So, and if maybe you're carrying something big, people will be questioning you, and people will criticize, even like will criticize you. No, this person is this, like now they are limited, like now they are afraid of what we are carrying because it's big. It's about to change the world. It's about to change people's life. So speaking about change and forgiving, because when you forgive, you're gonna change your environment. You're gonna change how you think. And now, and you are also a brain practitioner. Speaking about mind, if you forgive someone, what happens in your mind?
Basically, like what I said in the beginning, you get a release, freedom. Freedom. It's literally like a bird that was caged for many years, and now they're being told, okay, you can go out and fly. You know, just that thought, that analogy that I'm saying right now. Imagine being caged in one place, and then eventually saying, you know what, now you can go out and fly, you can feel the fresh air, you can spread your wings. That is the same thing with your mindset when you forgive. Because you've let go of what the person has done, you've let go of the bitterness, you've let go of the anger. Because when you are in the mode of unforgiveness, there's bitterness, there's anger, there is grief for some people, and then there's also self-doubt, because whatever the person has done to you has also made you doubt yourself. Because if a person harms you, you think, everyone else has got a perfect lifestyle and I'm being harmed. So there's also self-doubt. So it's releasing that into the atmosphere and saying, you know what, I'm just going to let go of this, I'm going to let go, and I'm going to be free again. So it's basically bringing freedom to your mind. And there's nothing more powerful than peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
There is nothing more powerful than peace of mind. When you don't have peace of mind, you have a lot of issues. And I mean, I know because of time we can't go into mental health issues, but
we are coming.
There's a lot,
we are coming there.
There's a lot of stuff that you know you can work on and work towards when you have peace of mind.
And now, like, things are happening around the world. Miss Stephanie, right now we live in South Africa, we live in Africa, we live in this world. It's like there are many things that are happening. Then for someone else out there who's going through a lot in life, someone out there who's telling themselves, okay guys, I just want to give up because I've been trying to do this, but I'm failing. Because now there are people who have believed in failing. Like what I'm trying to say, that there are people right now who have believed in failure. Like, okay, this world, it's all about failing. It's all about me not succeeding. And now, like, they're thinking to commit suicide. They're thinking to give up. Can you please encourage them? Those people who are going through stuff, people who are going through a lot in life, can you please encourage them?
I'll speak briefly about a client of mine who I was dealing with over the weekend, and I did ask for permission to speak about them. Because of counseling, I can never mention names and stuff like that. But this person drank bleach. And for 48 hours, they were unconscious, you know. But I mean, their bodies had almost like failed, and because bleach burns you on the inside, right? And so I asked them, how did you feel for those 48 hours? It was pain. It was, regret. I wish I didn't do this. I wish I didn't do that. And so, I would like to say to people who are, thinking of committing suicide because of unforgiveness, to release those people, to release themselves, because if you've made it this far in life, what's stopping you from making it for another 10 years?
True.
The only thing constant in life, like I always say, is change. And your situation will never remain the same. As long as you tell your mind that, you know what, I'm not going to stay in this depression, I'm not going to stay in this mode of unforgiveness, then your mind automatically has a great impact on your body, on your physical being, on your mental being, and then you start to work towards becoming better. And I mean, what more a better life than to come out of a suicidal mode and then become someone so successful, you know?
Yes.
And so I would encourage people to just continue with a positive mindset. Self-affirmation is also very important. You're not going to get affirmation from anybody.
Yes.
No one is going to come and knock on your door and say, hey, you know, wake up and do this. You have to affirm yourself, and it starts with your mind.
Your mental. They say if like you want to change your physical life, you want to change everything about you, you must change your mind in order for you to change a lot of things that happen in your life. Speaking about forgiving, change. Like now you've just mentioned the name change. It is so imperative for us to change. Every time, like when I'm speaking on radio, it's so imperative to change. People must change. I feel like preaching right now. Yes, this is power of positivity. Here we are again talking about forgiveness, change, things that can lead you to positivity, things that can lead you to a good life. Because we say a positive mindset creates a positive life. So like if maybe right now there are viewers and listeners who want to follow you, who want to check who is Miss Stephanie _Pike.
Well, you've said it. You can check on Instagram Stephanie _Pike. My business page is Steph's Deep Discussions, where we have deep discussions about different things in life, and also where I take you through a brain test to find out what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and to just empower you to have a positive life once we found out what your weaknesses are, and to help you to become a better person. So that's where you can find me on Facebook as well, Stephanie Pike. And
that is amazing. So basically, I've got good news for everybody. Basically, Miss Stephanie Pike will be joining us every Monday on Power of Positivity.
Yes.
These news are so nice and they are so positive. So we'll be having you every Monday at 11. So stay tuned. This is Power of Positivity. And another thing, I'm coming for counseling. There's something wrong about my life, so I'm coming for counseling. There's a lot that is happening in my life. I'm coming for counseling.
The first 2 sessions are free. Otherwise, after that, please.
Don't worry, I'm loaded. Yes, this is Power of Positivity. I hope you believe that everything that is happening in your life, you must forgive other people, you must forgive everybody. You often forget. Oh my God, I feel like preaching right now. Forgive and forget.
mama. Hello. Hello nana. Bonga bazali bakho kuthi bakulethelana. Phela mina nawe ngibheke sibili.